Alright, we're working on a 700 King Quad. We're installing an EPI Clutch Kit. The first part of this video is going to be just doing the springs. I'm going to try to do it in 3 parts. We'll be working on the secondary spring here, and we'll also be working on the wet clutch springs as well. On this first part, once you get the cover off and move the foot peg and move your plastic out of the way, this is what you're going to see on the inside. Basically, you got to get this cover off right here. This shield right here, this has three bolts to hold it on. It's a 8mm socket and extension to get it off. I've already taken them off. This is just a dust cover here. Once you get this off, you can clean it up. You're probably going to be needing to do a lot of cleaning once you get it apart. The next thing you're going to have to take off is this bolt right here. And there's all sorts of different ideas for holding this in place. You can go on nyrock.com, nyrockatv.com rather, and see some of the different ideas and the tech tips. One of the ideas they show is putting a 1/4 inch extension in there and just putting a wrench on it like this, getting your breaker bar and just turning it loose. If you have a impact gun, that seems to work a little better. There you go. Take that off, and then you'll have a little collar right here. This collar is kind of deep dish on this side and flat on this side. That flat side faces the clutch. So just set that aside, and then it's ready to come off. One thing I just wanted to mention is that cage that was on here, those 3 bolts that go in there, you can actually screw one into this plate, which I've already done here. Anyway, once you screw that in, it spreads the plate out so that the belt can loosen up. When you take this off here, let's go over to the bench and we'll change the weights out. Changing the weights out is very, very easy. You just lift this cover up right here. These plastic pieces slide off, so be careful how you handle it. Inside you'll have 8 weights inside that kind of roll to the outside like so. What I've done is I've already replaced all of them except for one, and as you can see on the inside here, you got a new weight, and it's in a sleeve, like a plastic sleeve. And what you got is a heavier weight and a lighter weight, and this clutch kit comes with 16-gram weights here. It's replacing these 20-gram weights that I got with Dalton clutch kit. So anyway, taking them out ain't too bad either. You can set them up on a vise. I got a little punch, it's got an edge on it. And I'm just going to set it down in there and tap that. And that pushes the insert out. Take the new insert and put it in there. You push them in with your hand, and you just drop it in there. All of them should roll freely. Because the weights are lighter, it's going to take more RPM for these weights to fly to the outside, which then will push down on the plate. So it'll give you a different gear ratio and a different RPM, which makes it better for mud tires. So anyway, you clean all this up. It is said not to use brake cleaner on it, but rather use something else like soap and water. I'd recommend doing that. Once you get it all cleaned out, you get the lighter weights in there. I will mention that you can take and do every other weight at a different weight. Like for example, get you a set of 16-gram weights and a set of 20s or something, and do every other one 16 and every other one 20 if you want to try to tweak it or something. But I want all 16. So anyway, you slide that back together. Make sure it's all cleaned up. Come back over here to the bike. And while I got it stripped down this far, just want to show you that there's a 2mm shim modification that you can do. And all it is these 2 washers right here that you can get from, it's a Yamaha part. and the parts listed on nyrockatv.com in the tech tips under the Suzuki forum. And anyway, to put that mod on, all you do is slide those two shims on. They're 1mm a piece. It's very easy. You slide this sleeve back on. You can turn it either way, and then once that's on, actually I think I'll take this belt out the way. There we go. Almost finished doing the weights. Then you want to put this on here until it catches. Now if you can look real close here, the thing you want to make sure you want to do if you got the 2mm shim mod is that you got the splines coming all the way to this edge right here, so this catches. If it pushes out, it can turn. It's got to go up and push in on those splines. So just wanted to show you that. All right, so getting it back together, we got that sleeve. It's deep dish on one side and flat on the other. We want the flat side against the clutch. Got your 17mm bolt. Put that back on there. Air compressor will probably come back on. Before I tighten everything down, because I took this 8mm bolt that goes in this cage and put it in here, it spread this out. So now you can get the belt on there a lot easier. See that? You don't forget to take it out. Then once you get this tight, you want to torque it down to 80 foot-pounds of torque with your breaker bar and or your torque wrench. I'll get it right in a minute. You'll put this back on and put your 3 8mm bolts back in there, and then you're ready to put the cover back on, and that's it.